Simon Ekpa and Martin Nnamdi Kanu and every other Biafran leaders and fellow Biafrans that have been to prison because of Biafra. We salute your courage and we pray for your sustenance. Yes, it is only what we do that will bring all of you out of prison. And we appreciate all your sacrifices. And we implore all Biafrans to understand that our leaders must be taken out of whatever we're doing now. They are in prison for us. And stop calling their name to indict them and say they are the one giving order for this or that. If you're doing so, you don't even want them to come out anymore. Thank you to everyone that have stood their ground this far. Media team, please, I have posted the link in all platforms, so go and pay up your channel so that Biafrans and everyone listening to us can hear us from all over the globe. Media team members, if you were in the media team and you're no more in the media team group in Twitter, the group was dualized because of some leaking and sabotage of our messages there. So we set up a new group. So like EH, I don't know if you're there, and many of you. So if you wish to be back to the new media team group, please message me privately in the Twitter message box so that you can be added to the new team group. But everyone must update their X on their phone. Update your Twitter X on your phone. And then also click on the chat button to activate the new messaging system of Twitter X. When you click on that chat button, they'll ask you to create a 4-digit code. You create a 4-digit code that you will memorize and always use. So that will be protecting your messages and chats from end to end. So every time you may be asked to put that chat. If you don't update, you cannot be able to access the chat. So that will be protecting your messages and chats from end to end. So every time you may be asked to put that chat. If you don't update, you cannot be able to access the chat. Thank you so much. For those that join us and heard that we played our anthem, um, Nigerians, Biafrans, Yorubas, Hausas, and everyone coming out from that contraption. So I know many of you saw this place and then you hopped in, but you heard us play our anthem. It's our identity. Yorubas used to wake up if you really want to be free. We salute our leaders of BRG. To wake up if you really want to be free. We salute our leaders of BRG. We must reckon on our BDF because that Nigeria is in turmoil now, and who made it happen? It is the Biafran people. I don't know why they are attacking this program as we are trying to stream it out. Who made it happen? It is the Biafran people. I don't know why they are attacking this program as we are trying to stream it out. As we are trying to stream it out. Please, you guys should allow this program to go on. Stop attacking it. Let the sound be coming out as we are streaming. Or is it because you guys see BRGI work on the screen? When I begin the attack, no, make when I stop them. Those paid agents, make when I stop them. We want people to be hearing us as we are talking from here. Don't be attacking us again. Allow this thing to go out so that they can hear us, so that your evil can be exposed. Our leaders are in prison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. And if you don't understand why we said we henceforth had stopped taking instructions or orders from them because they are behind bars, you can come over and ask us questions so that we can enlighten you. Because you need to know some things before you start fighting us, okay? Because one of it is to protect them, to keep them away from being indicted of whatever we are doing going forward, to wash their names off whatever we'll be doing. Sonny cannot be here speaking and pronouncing anything, while they will now go and use it against Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, simply because Mazi Simon Ekpa is still active as the prime minister in office, or simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still active as the leader of Biafra in office. No. Take what I say against me. Don't take what I say against my leader in prison. And don't say because he is active. We are the ones that are active. Our leaders in prison cannot be active from prison. No, they are inactive inside prison. We are the ones that are active. It's only a dead brain and a dead man, and one that doesn't have a spirit of discernment, that will go to prison. While he or she is working freely here, you're now going to prison to go and ask your leaders that are in prison, that are chained down, what should I do to release you? It means you are stupid. It means you are an idiot. It means that all the years that those leaders were free, teaching you something, you did not learn anything. Even when they will stay there and tell you, don't do it at all. Even when they will stay there and tell you, don't hold people accountable. Even when they will stay there and tell you, allow people to destroy what we are doing. You should understand the language that it is a coded message because they are under duress. So you that is free, you have the freedom of discernment, you have the freedom to take decisions and to speak to anybody you want to speak without being held behind bars for any purpose. But people that are behind bars, their freedom of speech is already curtailed. Their freedom of association, their freedom of what to decide is already ambushed. So seeing that you are free, and then you're going to go and meet somebody inside prison, huh? We need to ask the mother that gave birth to you whether she actually spent 9 months having you in her womb, or whether she picked you from the trash bin. Even a baby that is picked from the trash bin, which the original mother abandoned her, that baby always come out to become something very useful. Talk less of the one that the mother nurtured and carried her by herself, coming to become very useless. It's going to be a shame. So please, if you have doubt, because since we passed the message, I left that message about a week now, and I've seen that everywhere I've been on fire. Everywhere doesn't need to be on fire. It's only when you don't have sense that you will start acting abnormal. But the truth of the matter is that our brains are not dead. And we understand every messages that may be coming out from our leaders in prison because they are handicapped, they are incapacitated, they cannot be acting from inside prison. And those of you that want them to act from inside prison, I want to ask you, do you want Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to give order of sit at home from inside prison? You want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa to say, we are declaring a sit at home from inside prison? Choi! Hello, Meru. That means your brain is dead. Have you even asked a question why, or the count charges that they use against them? They use sit at home order as count charges against them. They use every command and every order that they made against them. Everything we do. That is why at this time, no order is coming from the government in exile to the de facto. Every pronouncement comes from the de facto government. Then the government in exile can then support it. We made some mistakes and we've corrected them. So, those that want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa to give them order of sit at home, or order of all people accountable in the homeland, or order of bring down the zoo from prison, you are a dead brain because you don't know what freedom fighting is all about. I want to ask you, now that Malami was anchored and taken to prison, could Malami give order from inside the prison while he is in chains? Could Malami give order from inside that prison and say, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force should come and invade the prison and bring him out? Or the Boko Haram terrorists should come and invade the prison and bring him out? I'm just opposing this so some people can understand. So you see why it also applies to our leaders in prison? It's only dead brain. So if you are one of those people that are waiting for our leaders to lead you from prison, I think you are cursed. If you're one of those people that are waiting for our leaders to give you orders and instructions from prison, I think you are useless. If you're one of those people that are waiting for our leaders to remain in prison and be your leader and be leading you from prison, it means you don't know what governance is all about. If you are to go to Washington, D.C. now, and you meet the lawmakers, then you submit some documents, you're canvassing for recognition of Biafra. They tell you what to do in the homeland. They say, after you do it, come back, you go and do. Can your leaders that are inside prison go and do that thing that is to be done in the homeland? And then when you do finish, they say, come back, bring this document, bring this document. Who is the person that they say, come back? Is it the person inside prison or the person that is here working freely to represent those that are in prison, to speak on their behalf and to speak to their freedom and to continue the cause which those that are in prison have started? And then it reached time that we have to sign paper. Can the man that are in prison, can the men that are in prison, or can the women that are in prison, can they be the one to sign the document from inside prison? Hey, some people should wake up now and think, please. I want everybody to think and ask questions. What happened, or who did what to the brains of of some of our people that their brains have gone dead. Because it seems so myopic seeing many of you crying in the media for the past 1 week since I left the message that we are not taking order from our leaders from prison. The cry, the cry, the cry has been so high, and I've been wondering, hey, you sure say these people, their brain they work. And I'm glad that the message is penetrating, because if the message was not penetrating, you will not see too much cry. No, if you're not making a difference, and if you're not touching all the tells, you'll not see people crying. So we love their cry, and we love as they are helping us to project the message and to make it go far and wide. So, on a second thought, BRGIE are not taking orders from our leaders in prison. The reasons are many. The reasons, number one reason is to protect them from what we are doing so that they will not be indicted more of what we are doing. Number two is to see that when we make their imprisonment to become useless by making sure their names are not the one pronouncing or giving orders or instructions or moving things forward as we are here now, they will understand that we have shifted the plan which they had. We have thwarted the plan, because their plan was, when they imprison our leaders, we will all leave everything we are doing and we will focus on only releasing our leaders. We will abandon everything. So by the time we now make their imprisonment of our leaders to become useless and more expensive, they will realize that, oh, that means we imprison the wrong people. There are some other monsters that are here which we need to start looking for. Let them come after us. Let them now release those other ones that they have held incommunicado. Because while you held them incommunicado, you did not stop the Biafran cause. Instead, more monsters are coming out and are waxing stronger. So, as you imprison our supreme leader, our prime minister came out. You imprison our prime minister. Now you now see our active prime minister now. So you're going to see. Wait, let me ask a question. Since when our prime minister was in prison and pronounced 50 years in prison, has the worst thing not happened to Nigeria? Has the worst thing not happened to Nigeria? The highest credibility damage has happened to Nigeria. We have been able to weaponize the US foreign policies and their apparatus against Nigeria. The military formations of Nigeria are under international pressure now. There is political and international isolation on Nigeria. We drag Nigeria out to start running until they run to America and start begging. Oh, there is no Christian genocide. Oh, we don't have terrorists. Oh, there is no people in the IDP camp. But at the end of the day, America sends lawmakers to go to Nigeria for the very first time in this very history to go and confirm that there are Christians in IDP camp that were sent by the terrorists. So that means there is a terrorist. This happened in the absence of our two leaders that are in prison. So what did not happen when our leaders were here, we've been able to do it. And we've ignited America against them in a higher scale. And the next thing is that something that never happened in human history, we activated it by making sure. How many of you remember when Nigeria said, oh, they have signed a arms deal with America, that America is going to sell arms to them? BRGIE active prime minister swung into action with our lobbyists and attorneys. We engaged the U.S. lawmakers. The next week, you saw a publication. Stop the arms sales to Nigeria. Is America selling the arms and the weapons to Nigeria? Rather, what you later saw is that the same America that they say want to sell arms to them, they strike them with designation of country of particular concern, having seen that they are aiding and abetting the genocide of Christian babies, women, and children. The next thing is that America had to come with their weapons to come and bomb those terrorists. Have you ever heard in this your life that even when we were fighting the genocidal war, that America came with their weapons to come and bomb Nigeria terrorists for us? No, but we are not in full-blown war. But American government have come to bomb the terrorists of Nigeria for us. Some of you don't understand what you have achieved. You don't know what you have done to Nigerian government. You don't know. Credibility damage of the highest order is what you've done to the Nigerian government. Something that has never happened for centuries. There is never in any history that any people or anybody had ever compelled American government to come and bomb the terrorists of Nigeria inside Nigeria for the life of Christians. But you played a vital role to make sure they understand and they get educated and informed of what Nigeria is all about. Do you remember when we were in the U.S. congressional briefing on the 18th of September? Our key word was religious persecution. Michael Rubin said the Biafra Republic government and exile officials must and have to continue to educate the American government and the lawmakers to know all the atrocities of Nigeria and what is happening so that they will know decisions to take against them. Because climate change do not shatter buses to come and wipe out communities. Because they said it is climate change that was the problem. Climate change did not shatter buses. It is not the weather condition that buy AK-47 and arm the Boko Haram terrorists to come around and kill the babies, women, and children and invade communities. That is not climate change. It is not hardship that buy those weapons to give them. It is the government of the day that buy the weapons and give them and shatter those hillocks and trucks and put them and buy the motorcycle and give them, which they have to haulage themselves and their weapons with the motorcycle to invade all communities to cut people to pieces. It is not done by climate change. It is done by human beings. So that means there is a calculated plan of conquest. We salute all Biafrans and we must continue. So those that don't understand what you have done, let them wake up. These have been done while your leaders are in prison. It is not your leaders that are in prison that are doing it. It is you that is here because you are doing it to cripple Nigeria, to make sure the imprisonment of your leaders are useless. I want to ask you, how is Nigeria enjoying the imprisonment of your leaders now? How are they enjoying the imprisonment of your leaders? They imprisoned your leaders. They imprisoned one in September or in May. They imprisoned the other one in November. And then the next thing you do for them is that they get designated as country of particular concern. The next thing you do for them is that you place more sanctions on them. How many of them can travel to enter America now? How many of them can come to America? The next thing you do is that you expose the Christian genocide. America see it very clearly. They deny. Then they went to go and check from the Epic Center. They saw dead bodies. They see testimonies and victims and survivors. They got first-hand information. and came back to confirm that Nigerian government came to lie to them in Washington, D.C. And then they had to go back and then bomb those terrorists. How many credibility damage have you done to Nigeria since they pronounced your leaders death sentence and life imprisonment? How many credibility damage have you done to Nigeria? I want you to go and sit back and know what you're doing and understand that you're winning, and it's not going to be easy, but you need to intensify the effort. They are hiring more lobbyists to fight back at BRGI because they know BRGI is the only body that is causing them trouble. Because the Biafra secessionist group, like they call it, is creating so much turmoil for them. They know that the only problem they have is this secessionist group that they call us, that we have established a bedrock in Washington, D.C., and that bedrock is to do what? Cut Nigeria pieces by pieces. If you don't do so, Nigeria will cut all of you and will destroy all of you. So it's better you stand up first to do it to Nigeria, because they have been doing it to you since 19001. So wake up and do it back to them now. Is there anybody that came up to speak for Christians and speak for you? No. It's only the Biafran leaders that pick it upon themselves to do it. So Nigeria will see more credibility damage. So we must continue to make sure the imprisonment of our leaders become useless to them by creating more damages to them. This is how you use America and international communities to continue to cripple the posterity and the integrity of Nigeria. Gradually, going, gradually. You're pressuring them left, right, center to see that they release your leaders. Our leaders will come out, and they have to come out with our international pressure that we'll be using, and also what we'll be doing from the homeland. But we need to do more from the homeland now, because we are doing overmuch from diaspora. So there need to be so much tension in the homeland. And on this very note, we are waking up the subconsciousness of Nigerians, Biafrans and Yorubas and Hausas. The Iran that you see today protesting have been taking it lightly with the terrorist regime. And that is why the terrorist regime took time to conquer them, implement their caliphate, and take over everything in Iran. And I'm also going to remind all of you in Nigeria that when this jihad started in 2021, or in 2001, that is 2001, you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started crying out. Wazirike was on. Till later, the silence of Wazirike, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started crying out in 2012. All of you ignored and ignored and ignored. That deaf ears that you all turn to the cries of the jihad is coming, the jihad is coming. Every year, they will give all of you money. They say, come and cast vote. You come, you cast vote. Come and cast vote. You come, you cast vote. Come and cast vote. You come, you cast vote. You forget your brothers and sisters that were killed yesterday. You moved on. As far as they give you money to cast vote, you cast vote, and then you enjoy the vote. You collect money. The next year, oh, who is going for the campaign? You come. They use the campaign money to destroy your brain. The campaign money is a conquest tool. Yes. The 500, the gallon of groundnut oil and palm oil, the 1,000, the 10,000 that they share to all of you in election ground is a tool of conquest. They make you comfortable with the tool of conquest, and then they implement the template, because you all wallow into the election galore. You say, oh, after all, it's 4 years. This person will finish 4 years and come. I want to ask you, from 2001 to 2025, how many years has it been? And how many conquest regime has been implemented and advanced in a very simultaneous way? Do you know what they achieve in every 4 years? Do you know the plan they set out in every 4 years? That in Buhari regime, this is what they will achieve. In Obasanjo regime, this is what they will achieve. In Yar'Adua regime, this is what they will achieve. In Goodluck Jonathan regime, this is what they will achieve. In Buhari regime, again, this is what they will achieve. And when they will bring Osinbajo, this is what they will achieve. When they bring Tinubu, this is what they will achieve. They laid out the plan. Every 4 years is a conquest achieved plan. But what they do with some of you is that they use the money to brainwash you. You now go into the money cover your eye. But you don't understand the template and the tool that is implemented within that 4 years. Do you now see the difference and how the increase in the ranking of the terrorism in Nigeria has gone from 2001? Do you now see how the numbers increase? How many of you remember that the first name that we had was the Shiite Muslims? It was the Shiite Muslims that we had the names before. They said the Shiite Muslims were protesting, and then Nigerian government started killing them, this and that. Today, is the Shiite Muslims not also standing with the Fulani terrorists? Is the Shiite Muslims not supporting the Fulani terrorists today? Are they not against America coming to bomb the Fulani terrorists today? We want everybody to understand something, because this is something that is working in a very synchronized manner, which some of you have actually turned your eyes away from it because you're not observing something. So from 2000, 2001, coming down, every 4 years, the conquest is gaining momentum. Every 4 years, the conquest is gaining momentum. Every 4 years, the conquest is gaining momentum. It's going. When Buhari was in office, that was when they distributed the highest number of allocation to the terrorists. They were signing deals of contract upon contract, renewing contract with Boko Haram terrorists in the name of trying to stop kidnapping, trying to stop kidnapping. You hear contracts. The government of the day is signing contract of 100 billion naira, and the terrorists were demanding for 160. Then they bargained, they haggled the price, and they came down to 100 billion. They signed a contract of 2 years. What do you think they use this money for? They go and dig the ground and put the money. It is part of the conquest. They build the empire. They continue to go gradually. This is the same thing that has happened to the Iranian people. It took time to conquer. They eroded everything that had to do with your ancestral culture. It took time, until now. Everywhere is them. In Borno, they have over 8 local governments in their hands. They implement taxes. They collect levies. How many of you is stopping them? Because it is something that they had taken time to plan and implement and work on so that it will come to fruition. While you are busy talking about, 2023 election, 2024, 2025, 2026, you are planning on how to implement the jihad in a very silent way. Then they use money to brainwash all of you. They will come out and collect money and line up to vote. Your own, they make you to become a slave and very hungry, so that when they now tender the money before you, you will jump after the money. Today in Kano State, you have that these terrorists have created their own government and they are implementing 50,000 taxes. Liberation tax that Biafran government is telling all of you to pay to harness your liberation. You rather want to kick out Biafra from Biafra land. You rather want to kick out BDF from Biafra land. You want to expose their location, their safety to one Nigerian terrorist to say, come and kill them here. But they are the ones that have made you to be alive now. They are the ones that fought to expunge all the terrorists that should have been massacring all of you now. But Fulani terrorists are in charge of Kaduna State, a community that is called Katsina Community, imposing liberation tax of 50,000 on their sugarcane plantation. If they don't pay, they don't go in to farm. They don't go in to do anything. They don't take anything in and out. They must pay. So Nigerians need to wake up. Biafrans, get prepared. Yorubas and Hausas, if you don't want to become like Iran. You see, today now, protest is ongoing in Iran. And the Iranian government, because the Islamic jihadist terrorist regime have already captured them for years now, because they created a system that went gradually eating them up and putting them inside hole, shutting them up, that they cannot talk. And the thing grew till now it's become so big. So now they now control everything to the point that they shut down internet. They shut down the power plant. Tell me, if Elon Musk can if Elon Musk can shoot the Starlink internet to go viral in Iran and to also go viral in Nigeria, what will you use to charge your phone to be able to use the internet? If the government of the day that are in charge of the power plant shut down the electricity, how will you charge your phone? Which power bank will you use that will last you for 4 weeks? Can you see it? Elon Musk can only help you by shooting the Starlink internet free of charge for you to your region for you to use. And for you to use it, you need to have battery on your phone. Those that now controls the power plant, shutting down the power plant, how will you be able to power that your battery so that you can now make use of Elon Musk Starlink to use the internet and to tell the world what is happening? Do you see what is going on? This is what the Iranian government have done. They shut down the power plant, having seen that Elon Musk gave the Iranian people free internet services through the satellites. They now understand, okay, Elon Musk, you can give them internet, but we control the power plant because we already placed everything in. So we are going to shut down the power plant. So if we kill 5,000 people, we will see how dead phones can be able to capture the 5,000 people, photos or videos live and send it on the internet. Do you understand how the conquest is being properly set out? So they lock you up in many ways. This is the same thing that awaits Nigerians. That is why the time to protest is now. Because all of you have lived in this I don't care pattern since 2001. And the terrorists are advancing and taking control. The NIN system of Nigeria is in their hands. The power plant is in their hands. The telecommunication, they don't even need that one to be in their hands, because if you have the telecommunication network, just like Elon Musk have it, your battery will finish in the phone. How will you power it up? As far as they are the one that are in charge of the power plant. When they shut down the power plant, your telecommunication will not be working. So let's see how you will use it. So they are also where? In the military formations. Imagine Nigerian army personnel in the north confessing that Nigerian army military formations recruited Boko Haram into their cantonment, and that this has caused them so much collateral damages. Because when they plan of how to go and take down the terrorists, before they get there, their intels have been leaked, and the terrorists end up being the one taking them down. Why? Because those that are inside there with them are sending the information out. Which government in this world reintegrate terrorists that have killed their own military formations back into their own military formation? Which country does so? So Nigerian people are on the verge of seeing what happened to Iran, and it's going to happen very soon. That is why, if you don't wake up now and break loose, you know, it's even good that now we've been able to draw America's attention and the radar to Nigeria. Unlike before, they will kill all of you there. Nobody will know. All the killings that have occurred since 2001 to 2025, who knew about it? Who was allowed to push it to the media for the world to hear? Nobody. Imagine that when America hear that over 150,000 people have been massacred in Nigeria for the past 9 years, and the world is not hearing about it, they are shocked. How come? And this is not something that just happened within 2025. This has happened since 2001, coming down. They block it because it is for agenda. They have a reason of blocking it so that the world will not get the attention. While over 600,000 are still in IDP camps, they block everything so that the world will not get the attention. When Lekki Toll Gate happened, which attention did you get from America? Which attention did you get from America? Because there was nobody to speak for it. Everything was blocked. American government blocked everywhere, blocked. They came back to the media and told you that the videos and the photos that you posted, that they were photoshopped, that you photoshopped them. The Nigerian army did not kill anybody in Lekki Toll Gate or anywhere. That you that are in Lekki Toll Gate, that you photoshop the photo and the videos. So what is piling up for Nigeria will be worse than Iran. Yes. What is piling up for Nigeria will be worse than Iran. The earlier everybody stand up now and do that protest now, the better. If you're a Biafran, Yoruba, Hausa, Nigerian, it is time you wake up now and prepare for that very protest. Our leader is in prison. For the Biafran people, you have every reason to carry out this protest. We saw that The people that have already started campaigning for the protest, the Nigerian government got shocked, and then they say they are placing a police command. No, make una place police command. That very protest must go on, and BRJ are in full support of every protest that is coming up. So, Biafran people, get prepared. Oduduwa, get prepared. Hausa, get prepared. Nigerians, get prepared. Everybody, get prepared. Any protest that is erupting now, it must be nationwide. Yes, it must be nationwide protest. If you don't protest now, your case will be worse than Iran today. If you don't protest now, your case will be worse than Iran. Because when these people take control of everything and finish, this is how you will now want to go for the protest. By that time, they will shut down the internet. They will shut down the electricity. And America will not hear anything happening to you. Nobody in the Western world will hear anything happening to you. Because already, Boko Haram terrorists are the ones in charge of the Nigerian army, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian police, even in the Senate and in the presidency. The terrorists are the ones in charge. So there is nothing different from what will happen to the people in Nigeria and what the Iranian people are fighting to get out of today. So if there is any protest that is useful and fruitful, the time is now. The time is now. We are calling on everybody to get prepared for this protest that is going to erupt in Nigeria. And get very prepared. Don't get prepared that you will go and then you run away. No. Get prepared that you will continue and fight to the end. There must be bloodshed for there to be redemption and for there to be freedom. The people that died for America to be free, today, they are not alive. But are you enjoying America? Yes. Is America a free nation today? Yes. Is everybody running down to America today? Yes. Is everybody hoping to become American citizen today? Yes. Is everybody wanting to see that America come to their aid today? Yes. Just look at Venezuela. Venezuelans were crying and calling on America to come to their aid. Iranians are crying, calling on Americans to come to their aid. But some of you that are so ungrateful in Nigeria, when we went to American government and said they should come to your aid, they should come and bomb terrorists for you. You are the same people that came to the media and said, no, you don't have terrorists. America should not come and invade Nigeria. America was not coming to invade Nigeria, but to invade the terrorists. You started making fool of yourselves. You made caricature of your existence. When other people are crying and looking for a savior who can come to their aid, your government of the day pays the terrorists, recruit them into the army, the Air Force, the Navy, and everything. You will defend yourself against the terrorists when they kill your mother or rape your sister or your children. Then you will be the one that Nigerian government will lock up in prison and pronounce death sentence to you by hanging. While they will now release the terrorists, they say you cannot kill the terrorists. Because the terrorist is there for conquest agenda. The terrorist is there for a political conquest. And you don't understand this. Now, we now drag America to come for those that do not have people to speak for them. And all of you decide to be stupid and you decide to use the social media to play the card of Fulanis. They paid many of you to come to the social media and counter American government, while other countries are pleading and looking for American government to come to their aid and intervene in their own problems. Look at Iran. Case of Iran has gone so worst, which is going to replicate in Nigeria. Nigeria's one has even gone worst. Worst. I think if not that we compelled the American government to bomb some of your terrorists in Nigeria, by now, all your communities would have been taken over. They would have invaded all of you. Because the last message of the bomb that was dropped in Sokoto, which is the baby and the mother point of the jihad in Nigeria, it sounded a very strong warning to Sultan of Sokoto, the Caliphate, for them to understand that America understands where the jihad plan, where the Sharia plan started in Nigeria. That is why the bomb was dropped in Sokoto, to first eliminate the ground terrorists, the ones that take instructions directly from the Sultan of Sokoto. Those are the first ones that were destroyed first, because they take instruction from Sultan of Sokoto before they now send the messages down to every one of them. That's how it has been happening. Every other country cries. They want America to come to their aid, while Nigerians stand up to fight back against America. If you want to remain stupid, you can remain stupid, and that is your business. And the Boko Haram will conquer you and take you all over. But you see, Biafra land must be defended at all costs. Yes. All of you can be conquered in entire Nigeria, but Biafra land, no. But for the sake of the innocent babies, women, and children who do not know anything, it is time for all of you to wake up and do that protest now. That protest of NSAS, that you guys were not ready, that some of you went to the Indomie warehouse to go and pack Indomies, because they have seen that they use hunger. They use hunger to put all of you in one chance. So with the hunger now, they can easily capture all your minds and brains. It is time. We are calling on all Nigerians, all Biafrans, all Yorubas, all Hausas, and every tribe in Nigeria that cares about their existence. All these celebrities and all these people listening to music and playing all manner of things, this cannot help you. Remember that you have private jets, but that private jet cannot help you out when the terrorists are unleashing the terror. It will take only one RPG to bring down that your private jet. Only one RPG. Terrorists will use and then bring down your private jet. And many of you don't have weapons in your house. Even if you have, you don't have the one that will be generating the bullet. Like 500 bullets can be generated out for the next 1 hour. No. But the terrorists have it, because Nigerian government have funded them and given them all this in abundance. So they are fully prepared. So you're singing music, or you're doing comedy, or you're doing movie, or Nollywood, or Baby Nigeria, or whatever you're doing, that cannot save you. That cannot save you and will not save you. Everybody should get ready. The time for the protest is now. If not, you will all be conquered like the people of Iran. And by the time you will wake up to start protesting like the people of Iran, it will be too late. While it will be too late, is that they have taken so much time to implement and put all their caliphate in order. So by the time they will strike and activate the button of destruction, it will be too late for all of you to get yourselves back. It is time now to fight. It is time now to hit the street. It doesn't take thousands of people to start a protest. It takes only one person to start a protest. And then others will follow when they see the formidability and the ideology that is going in the same line. For those of you in Biafra territory, I don't know if there is anything that should be making you to be rejoicing now and be happy. Because the only man that carried the candle of Biafra, the identity of Biafra, they said he is sentenced to death. He is sentenced to life imprisonment. Not because he stole money from Nigeria, not because he was caught with AK-47, not because he killed anybody, but simply because he spoke against the Christian genocide. He spoke against Islamic jihad. He spoke for a separate state of the Biafran people so that Biafran people can be able to defend themselves, so that they can identify their common enemy and then face the common enemy. What the American government have come to do by bombing these terrorists, what the American government have come to do by designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, what Nigerian government have done by placing Nigeria on a series of sanctions is the same thing that the Biafran people advocated for. We've always called on the international community to look into Nigeria because it is a death trap. That they kill babies, women, and children and destroy lives on a daily basis. So if Nigerian government had the opportunity of killing American president and the entire American State Department, they would have done so. Because America have come to do what Biafran people have been asking. And they don't want to hear that Biafran people are alive in Nigeria. But yet, America is doing what Biafran people asked for. So they are not happy. In this very life, people are born in different ways and for different mandates. There are those that are born to come and liberate others, while there are those that are born to come and betray, while there are those that are born to just come and be useless. There are also those that are born to come and contribute no factor to propel anything forward in this life. Rather, they are born to come and become a minus agent, a minus substance in any situation. So while you are trying to make a plus progress and a plus substance to multiply inside the situation, there are some other people that their own mandate is to make a minus in all your energy and to destroy. That's what you see in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you have the Fulani terrorists belonging to those sets that are to only destroy. Then you now have the Biafran people who are to salvage, who are to bring hope, who are to deliver and save. Then you now have the Yoruba people who are to do what? To betray and to draw you back and to minus your energy. Because while you're working so hard to see that the terrorists are destroyed, the Yorubas will be aligning with them to destroy you. The same way they did in 66 to 70s when we brought one of them out of prison. They say, oh, if the East decides to secede, the Yorubas will have no other option than to follow suit. When we brought the idiot out of prison, they now go and give him position and say, you must become, or this is what we have brought for you to now occupy, so that you can enjoy. The idiot changed matter. The next day, the idiot came out after they don't collect position as a commissioner of finance. The idiot came out and is saying, hey, the Yorubas are on this very day declaring that they have nothing in common, with the Biafran people that want to secede from Nigeria. They are on their own and they can go their ways. We will remain as one Nigeria. The unity of Nigeria is our own. The unity of Nigeria is our own, and we continue to work and foster peace and unity. Do you now understand when I said some people are just to destroy? So, remember now that they said Yorubas and Fulanis are one, and we want them to remain as one till eternity. Yes. So the floor is open. We want everybody to come out for the massive protest, nationwide protest of Nigeria. We are going to put the fire on till people do the protest. Because you do the protest, Fulani will still kill you. If you don't do the protest, Fulani will still kill you. So if you think that it is a Biafran thing, you are making a very big mistake. The caliphate are already implementing their template. They are advancing. Same thing. See, Donald Trump's administration or American government bombing these terrorists now on the 25th of December has actually destabilized the plan that was to engulf Nigeria from that December to this very day. Some of you don't understand what was about to happen. What was about to happen was that a systematic, well-coordinated genocide, bombing of Christian sectors and gatherings were supposed to have happened from the eve of December down to this new year. Nigeria wouldn't have remained one or still the way it is till now if America did not bomb the terrorists on the 25th. They got the intel and understand that America is going to strike within that time. That's why as they were planning to strike on the eve, they stuck to their guns. They say, may they observe, see waiting America want to first. And they did not even know where America want to strike them first. That is why America had to strike them from where the plan was being concluded. The place where they concluded those plans of the terrorist attack was in Sokoto. That is where the headquarters of the jihad is. That's where they concluded the plan. So America surprised them that they had to strike that their headquarters to put them all in disarray. And now they are crying everywhere. Oh, no. Our message to Nigerians, Biafrans, Yorubas, and Hausas, and every indigenous people is that you either protest now or you wait to be conquered like Iran. Because every template has already been put in place. Like I explained, Elon Musk will give you internet free of charge.